Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to continue with the medicinal chemistry 4th semester with unit 2nd long essay, that is 10 marks. So I'll start from the first question. The first question is define and classify adrenergic agents and discuss the adrenergic blocking agents in detail and the synthesis of propranolol. So what are the adrenergic agents? So these are those chemical agents that exerts their pharmacological and therapeutic effect by acting at a peripheral site of sympathetic division of the autonomic nervous system. So these drugs that produces the effect similar to the stimulation of the sympathetic nervous system are known as adrenergic agents or the stimulants. So these agents which inhibits or decrease the sympathetic nervous activity are known as sympatholytic blocking agents. So classification of adrenergic agents in that direct acting adrenergic agents, indirect acting adrenergic agents and mixed acting adrenergic agents. So in direct acting adrenergic agents, the subclassification are endogenous catecholamines, alpha agonist, dual alpha and beta agonist, then lastly beta agonist. So we will see the classification of first, that is direct acting adrenergic agents. So these are the drugs that mimic the stimulation of the SNS. So they bind to and activate alpha 1, alpha 2, beta 1 and beta 2 receptors. Naturally they are occurring molecules which bind to these receptors include non-epinephrine, or it is also known as non-adrenaline. So the example for direct acting adrenergic agents are non-epinephrine, epinephrine, phenylephrine, dopamine and methyl dopa, etc. So we will see the first subclassification in direct acting adrenergic agents, that is dopamine, epinephrine and non-epinephrine. So these are the structure of dopamine. Epinephrine, it is also known as adrenaline, and non-epinephrine, as I have already said, it is also known as non-adrenaline. So number second, that is alpha agonist, in that phenylephrine, methyl dopa and clonidine are the examples for alpha agonist adrenergic agents. And number third, dual alpha and beta agonist, in that dobutamine are the example for dual alpha and beta agonist. And number fourth, that is beta agonist. So isoproterenol, salbutamol and terbutaline are the examples of beta agonist adrenergic agents. And that is coming to the next, that is indirect acting. So these are non-catecholamines. Most of these drugs retain phenylethylamine skeleton, and in that a hydroxyamphetamine, pseudoephedrine, these are the examples for indirect acting adrenergic agents. And number third, mixed acting adrenergic agents. So what are the mixed acting? These are the compounds that causes the activation of adrenergic receptors by both direct and indirect system. So the examples are ephedrine, metamedronol and the synthesis of propranolol. So this is the synthesis for propranolol, and in that naphthalene 1-ol plus 2-chloromethyloxyrane in the presence of potassium hydroxide, it gives 1-chloro, 3-naphthalene, 1-oxypropanene 2-ol, so which gives you propranolol. So the second question, classify adrenergic antagonist with suitable example in each class with structure and write the synthesis of tolazolene. So for the classification of adrenergic antagonist, you have to refer question number 1. And for the synthesis of tolazolene, so it is prepared by the condensation method of an amino ethane obtained from the methane analysis of phenyl acetonitrile or the acetonitrile with ethylene diamine. So phenyl acetonitrile plus ethylene diamine, which gives you tolazolin. And question number 3, give the biosynthesis and metabolism of non-adrenaline or non-epinephrine. Write the synthesis of salbutamine and phenylepinephrine. So the biosynthesis of and metabolism of non-adrenaline or non-epinephrine are triosin. So in the presence of triosin hydrolase, it gives dopa. So from dopa, the aromatic amino acid D-carboxylase where occur, so it becomes a dopamine, where the dopamine beta hydroxylase are occur in the presence of dopamine, the non-adrenaline or the non-epinephrine is formed. Or you can also write in this form: triosin, in the presence of triosin hydroxylase, L-dihydroxyphenylalanine, that is dopa, in the presence of aromatic amino acid D-carboxylase, so which gives you a dopamine. So dopamine that undergoes into the beta hydroxylase, which gives you non-adrenaline. So or it also known as non-epinephrine. So the catecholamine biosynthesis takes place in the adrenergic and dopaminergic neuron in the CNS, which involves in the following step. So central nervous system. So triosin is the precursor for the synthesis of catecholamines. Triosin hydroxylase act on the triosin to form a dopa, that is L-dihydrophenylalanine. So L-dopa, which undergoes into the PLP dependent on the decarboxylation to give a dopamine by L-aromatic amino acid decarboxylase. So dopa decarboxylase, and the dopamine form in the cytoplasm of the neurons and transported into the storage vessels. So where it is the beta hydroxylated stereospecifically by the enzyme dopamine, the beta hydroxylase in the side of the chain to non-epinephrine or the non-adrenaline. So the non-epinephrine formed means the non-adrenaline formed remains stored in the vesicles, and it is adenosine triphosphate complex. Non-epinephrine is converted to epinephrine by a reaction which involves the transfer of the methyl group from the S-adenosyl methionine to give non-epinephrine catalyst by phenylethylamine with N-ethyl transferase, that is PNMT, and it takes place in the cytoplasm of the adrenal medulla. So following this biosynthesis and storage in the vesicles, the non-epinephrine or the non-adrenaline is released in the synapses due to the entrance of the calcium into the cells. The inflow of the calcium is higher, the fusion of vesicle with the cell membrane resulting in the exocytosis, and the synthesis of salbutamol. So the salbutamol can be prepared from the acetophenone derivative, which is itself derived from the salicylic acid. So acetophenone derivative in the presence of bromide, and it gives salicylic acid, and the salbutamol is prepared. So the synthesis of phenylephrine, so this is the synthesis of phenylephrine, 3-chlorine acetyl phenol, and the product is phenylephrine. So question number 4, give the SAR of beta adrenergic blocking agent, outline the synthesis of propranolol. So the SAR, structure activity relationship, the aryl oxypropanol amines are more potent than the beta blockers and ethanol amines. So this is aryl oxypropanol amines and aryl oxyethanol amines. Number 2, that is replacement of catechol hydroxyl group, that is OH, with the chlorine as phenyl ring system retains beta blocking activity. So N distribution or disubstitution, which decreases the beta blocking activity, and the activity is maintained when phenyl ethyl are added to amine as a part of the molecule. So the two carbon side chains is essential for the activity. Introduction of groups into the molecules between the aromatic rings and the ethylamine side chain, which provides beta blocking agents, example propanolol. And number 6, the N atom, that is nitrogen atom, should be a secondary amine for optimized beta blocking activity. And number 7, that is para substitutions on the aromatic ring along with the absence of meta substituents, that example practolol. And number 8, beta blockers exhibits a high degree of stereoselectivity in the production of their beta blocking effect, and the carbon side chains bearing hydroxyl group, which must be configuration for the optical affinity to the beta receptor, that is the example timolol. And ninth one, that is replacement of ethereal oxygen in aryl oxypropanol amine with CH2 or NCH3S, which decreases the blocking activity, and most effective substitution at the amine group of the aryl oxypropanolol amine, the beta blockers, is tert-butyl or isopropyl group. Then N-methyl group at side chain decreases the activity. Then the activity decreases if the aromatic protein is converted to the phenanthrene or anthracene ring. So the synthesis of propanol, you have to refer question number 1. And question number 5, write the class, structure, mechanism and uses of methyl dopa, ephedrine, phenoxybenzamine and metoprolol. So number 1, methyl dopa, it is a class of alpha adrenergic receptor antagonist, and they are found in the smooth muscles of iris, arteries, arterioles and veins. So the structure of methyl dopa and the mechanism of methyl dopa is not clear. Although it is a centrally acting sympathomimetic agent, it does not block any receptor or transporter. It may reduce the dopaminergic and serotonergic transmission into the peripheral nervous system, and it directly affects the noradrenaline synthesis. So the methyl dopa act as on alpha 2 adrenergic receptor, which are found on the presynaptic nerve terminal. This inhibits the synthesis of non-epinephrine by inhibiting the tyrosine hydroxylase. So the uses of methyl dopa is, it is used in the treatment of hypertensive agents and it acts as a false transmitter. And number B, that is ephedrine. The ephedrine is a class of mixed acting sympathomimetic agents. So these are the compounds that causes the activation of adrenergic receptors by adding both a direct and indirect system. And the structure of ephedrine, so mechanism, it stimulates both alpha and beta receptors because it is a mixed acting adrenergic agent, causing increased in the heart rate, enhanced the cardiac output and increased the blood pressure. So it raises the systolic and diastolic blood pressure by vasoconstriction and cardiac stimulation. So ephedrine also causes the bronchodilation, but it is less effective than the epinephrine. So uses of ephedrine, it is used in the treatment of bronchodilator. So and the ephedrine is used in low blood pressure. Ephedrine is used in the treatment of myasthenia gravis. And C, phenoxybenzamine. Though the phenoxybenzamine is a class of sympatholytic antagonist. So the sympatholytic drug is a medication that suppresses the effect of the postganglionic nerve firing on the effector organ, which is inverted by the sympathetic nervous system. And the structure of phenylbenzamine and mechanism of action for phenylbenzamine, it is a spontaneously cyclized in the body to give an ethylenium intermediate which forms a strong covalent bond with alpha receptor and blocked of a alpha receptor, that is 3 to 4 days it lasts from the 3 to 4 days. And the uses of phenylbenzamine are phenoxybenzamine R. It is a non-selective alpha antagonist. It is used to treat the vascular disease and it is used in the treatment of hypertension. So number D, that is metoprolol. It is a class of beta adrenergic blockers in arioxypropanol amines. So these are the agents that competitively block the effect of the endogenous and exogenous catecholamines. So the structure of metoprolol, then the mechanism. So it blocks the stimulation of the beta 1 adrenergic receptor and it decreases the blood pressure and the heart rate, where it decreases the frequency of attacks of angina pectoris. So the uses, it is used to treat hypertension. It is a non-selective beta blocker and it is used in the treatment of glaucoma. So question number 6, define and classify and write the SAR of adrenergic agents and give the synthesis of phenylephrine. So classification and definition, you have to refer question number 1, and the SAR of adrenergic agents are: number 1, meta and para. So absence of hydroxyl group at meta and para position increases the oral absorption and better penetration through the blood-brain barrier. So alpha and beta, these are the two carbon atoms that separating the amino group from the aromatic ring for providing an optical or the optimal activity. So that is NH2 amino group is essential for the primary and secondary amines. So alpha methyl group on the ethyl amine gives more resistant to MAO. So the amino group is essential for either primary or secondary, but the tertiary analogues are poor in the direct agonist, and methyl substitution on the alpha carbon increases the duration of action of phenylamine agonist by making the compound resistant to the metabolic deamination of by MAO. So the beta hydroxyl group is involved in the binding of compound with the adrenoreceptor. Therefore, the proper stereochemistry of the beta hydroxyl group enhances the activity of the non-epinephrine and the other catecholamines. The activity of the non-epinephrine is more active than the other enantiomers. So the synthesis of phenylephrine, you have to refer question number 3. So here we have completed the 10 marks second unit medicinal chemistry 4th semester. So tomorrow I am going to give you the 5 marks of second unit. Please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.